What exactly are Biden's achievements in his first 3.5 years? This is authored by Jack Hellner via American Thinker on Zero Hedge. In the wake of the catastrophic debate last week, Bill Clinton, most of the media, and other Democrats have been claiming that although Joe Biden had a rough night, he's had an extremely successful presidency. Basically, the public is just too stupid to understand how great he is. And here's this from a report at Newsmax. Bill Clinton moves past debate, cites Biden's accomplishments. He said, I'll leave the debate rating to the pundits, but here's what I know, facts and history matter. Joe Biden has given us 3 years of solid leadership, steadying us after the pandemic, creating a record number of new jobs, making real progress solving the climate crisis, and launching a successful effort in reducing inflation, all while putting us out of the quagmire Donald Trump left us in. And that's what's really at stake in November. Clinton posted on X on Friday. Let's break down one bullet point at a time. Clinton said that Biden steadied the economy after the pandemic. The recession of 2020 was the shortest in history, 2 months. It ended more than 8 months before Biden took office. Over 12 million jobs came back in the last 8 months of Trump's presidency. That was over 1.5 million jobs per month, much faster than the jobs coming back or new jobs after Biden got in office. No matter how many times Biden and others repeat the lie that he inherited the disastrous economy, the media just goes along. Clinton said Biden made real progress on the climate crisis. What exactly did he do? They seem to be very proud that he signed a massive green slush fund that was falsely named the Inflation Reduction Act to intentionally mislead the public, and he rejoined the Paris Climate Accord, which basically permits China and India to do whatever they want with industry and energy, while richer, more developed nations pay all the costs. We've been told for around 40 years that there is an existential threat from global warming and climate change, and the government is throwing jobs and lots of money to green pushers to supposedly correct this climate change. The Biden administration took $7.5 billion to build 500,000 electric charging stations, and after 3 years they have built a grand total of 7. What a raging success. 7. So what has happened to the climate in the last 40 years because of these government policies? Sometimes we have record cold and sometimes we have record warmth. Sometimes we have droughts and sometimes we have lots of rain and floods. Sometimes there are small amounts of snow and sometimes we have record snow. Some years have huge and damaging storms and some don't. In other words, the weather changes cyclically and normally as it always has. Clinton said that we should celebrate the launch of a successful effort in reducing inflation. This was the stupidest and silliest claim of all. What a joke. Trump left an inflation rate of 1.4%, and it skyrocketed to over 9% in 2022. Now it is supposedly down to around 3%, which is more than double the rate when Biden took office. Is that really something to brag about? The inflation was primarily caused by Biden's policies to destroy reasonably priced energy, gas and oil, excess spending, open borders, and massive new regulations. I would challenge Clinton on what policies Biden launched to reduce inflation. I can't think of any. The reason the rate of increase slowed is because consumers and businesses could not afford continually high inflation. The solution, quote unquote, offered by Biden and other Democrats for when things became unaffordable is to continually increase the subsidies, whether it is health care, daycare, college, housing, food, or anything else. The solution is always to throw more government money, meaning taxpayer money at it, and those subsidies make prices go up, not down. When Biden forces companies to make electric cars that people don't want, these companies lose money and jack up the cost of gas-powered cars, which also increases insurance, loans, and repair costs. It compounds the problem. Here are some things Biden deserves credit for, which may be why he is not so popular. Mass migration from a dissolved border, which has made cartels rich, increasing drug, human, child trafficking, and destroying cities, putting pressure on schools, policy, police, housing, and health care, and made our southern border is now the deadliest border in the world, dictatorially and unconstitutionally paying off hundreds of billions in student loans, making the world much more dangerous as Biden's energy policies are essentially funding Russia and Iran. We're funding both sides in the Ukraine-Russian conflict and destroying women's sports by making them compete against men. It's truly a shame that people like Bill Clinton watched as Biden was unable to hold a train of thought for a single minute and then claimed that he's a great president. It's obvious that Biden is not capable of running anything. And this is on Zero Hedge. This is authored by Jack Hellner via American Thinker. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.